This week, I won't be eating any ultra-processed food. As a junk food connoisseur, this will be more difficult than I care to admit. Ultra-processed foods can be good in moderation, but that's the thing. I'm not eating them in moderation. I'm eating them in excess. I use the Nova classification system and the very reputable trusted source Reddit to help me plan my meals for this week. For those who don't know, ultra-processed foods can be described as foods made entirely or mostly from substances extracted from foods or pre-processing by frying. Now, this is not to be confused with processed foods that just have salt or sugar added to them, or pickling stuff in a brine, but I did try to minimize the amount of processed foods I ate. I think the main food items that I ate were cheese, butter, olive oil, and the most organic natural sugar I could find. I did make a list for you guys of things that I eat on a weekly basis that I learned I cannot eat this week, which is quite a bit, but it's all of the small things that you don't think about that you just use on a daily basis, but technically it is ultra processed. My goals for this week are stable energy levels throughout the day, wake up not feeling terrible, and make 3 mystery items from scratch that I normally would never make for myself. Now, full disclosure, for the sake of the video, I will be consuming melatonin, allergy medication, and I will also be adding in Tailwind, an electrolyte drink for after I run because I'm worried about being a little bit too dehydrated on the trail. It's free of artificial ingredients, but it technically still is processed. I want to feel better about myself and eat healthy, so why not see if this makes a difference? We went to our local farmer's market and bought eggs, fruit, and veggies. It was pretty pricey for the vegetables, but I didn't mind too much because I was supporting local businesses. I picked up my additional groceries from our grocery store, Kroger, and I bought everything organic, which is not something that I normally do. My total for food was $150 for the week. Day 1, and I already want to quit the challenge. Usually add sweet and low or stevia. I quickly realized that I couldn't do that, so I grabbed the sugar instead. I also realized that our espresso shots that I like to add into the coffee have corn syrup. Very disappointing. Buy better tasting coffee and I won't need the extras. Blah! This is what I look like this morning, so don't be surprised. Jump scare. I don't have a juicer, so we're gonna attempt to blend and then strain. My recipe from All Recipes, which I never usually go to, we're gonna use 4 stalks of celery, 2 green apples, 1 cucumber, 6 leaves of kale, half a lemon, and 1 inch of fresh ginger. Okay. 1 cucumber. I think I'm just gonna put this little guy. He's from the farmer's market. He's a little bumpy, but he's good. We've got our organic kale, celery. Organic. Look at this ginger. Can we talk about that? Look how big this thing is. So we have all of our ingredients. Green apples halved. Great. I'm already regretting how much stuff is going to be in here. 1, 4. Washing is complete. I'm going to cut the nasty bits off. I'm so sorry to everyone. I swear I'm better with a knife, but my other ones are dirty and I don't want to wash them. This seems like so much. Alright, now we're going to do half of the lemon. Seems like a lot of kale. I have off of work today because we had our sewage thing blow up, so we can't do anything. My whole job is cleaning teeth, suctioning, using water. Can't do that. I feel like if I didn't have off of work, I would not be eating this morning, so I'm very thankful. Pro tip, ginger in a spoon. Peel that shit off. Look at that. It's beautiful. Chop it up. Ooh, she's a nice cucumber. Wow, that is a nice cucumber. Okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna do this, and this separate. You're gonna need to add water or it's just gonna be a puree, okay? We've reached the portion in our video where we're gonna do some straining. Beautiful. Oh, she's thick. Well, that looks gross. Maybe. Fuck. I feel like I need to save this stuff. And I know people do, but I feel like I'm wasting it. I'm gonna save this, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Probably just throw it away, but I feel bad. Maybe you don't want to see this. I don't know. I've always had a problem with juicing because this is like where all the nutrients and fiber come from. And that's fine. Like, it's just a juice. It's just something to have, like a little bit of greens in your diet. I don't know. I feel bad just like wasting the kale and stuff. We're here for science. And I saw a lady do this on TikTok. So you sold me, okay? That actually doesn't look half bad. Woo! She's very green. It smells like ginger, which I love. Look how adorable this is. This is for tomorrow. Okay, taste it. It's not bad. Suja, it tastes like a very green juice. It would be much better chilled, but this is good. I have all this time off today, so I'm trying to like meal prep. I hate meal prepping. We're gonna be responsible. We're gonna drink our green juice. Yep. Oh shit. Like right after I filmed it, like going into the oven, 3 or 4 cars like ripped in front of my house. One was a cop car, 2 animal control. I see this guy grab a rifle. I'm like, oh shit, this is about to go down. Is it a mountain lion? Is it a bear? But anyway, he goes back and then you hear the gunshot. Turns out it was just a deer. Animal control won't really like kill anything unless they absolutely need to. You know, it's not a very common thing. Yes, I talked to the guys and they said it was just sick. So I'm assuming it was sick enough that they didn't want to spread any sickness to the deer population. Now I'm all sad. I really didn't want to eat for a little bit. So now it's like, what time is it? 12:30. I baked this like an hour ago. It's really good. 10 out of 10. It's 2:45. I'm getting a little hungry. I don't have any snacks that I can just like eat right now, so I'm forcing myself to make like a little oat sweet bar. I have a migraine. Today has not been like a great day, but that's okay. We will persevere. I'm gonna be using oats, dates. I have this overripe, almost disgusting banana, so I'm gonna use that. Chia seeds. Oh god. And then it says chocolate chips, but those are ultra processed, so I think I'm just gonna use like cocoa powder. Basically my problem with cooking things for yourself that's not ultra processed, and I know that's good for me or whatever, but it's just like the amount of dishes and then wash them only to use it again. I don't like it because I'm lazy. We did clean our knife though, and I just want some snacks. That's all. And like I've run into the obstacle of me worrying about like getting enough calories. I have a fast metabolism. I found a technique. Just make them stick to the cutting board. And then you can actually cut them. So I have my banana smushing together. Now I have the chia seeds, so the chia seeds combined with the mushy stuff. So we're gonna add a little bit of coconut. I'm literally just gonna have a spoonful right now. It's healthy, which is all I want. I just need sugar, so it's fine. I'm gonna refrigerate these for later. I have 6 balls. Stop it. Putting them in the fridge for later. And then this will literally be my snack. I'm just gonna eat it straight out of the bowl. I'm going on a run, so I have my Tailwind in here. I still feel really hungry, so I'm gonna have orange juice. This is home style orange juice, so nothing's added to it. Everything's Gucci. Woke up feeling a little bit better this morning, but the migraine was still there. It was slowly going away, so I stayed away from screens in the morning. I did some stretching. I felt motivated, but super tired, so I didn't really do too much that day. I learned right off the bat that I eat way more ultra-processed foods than I thought I did. I can cook meals that have the whole foods or natural ingredients, but even adding like one sauce to a dish or adding sour cream on top is technically ultra-processed. This was eye-opening, but sometimes we don't have the time to make literally everything from scratch or find substitutions when you're just trying to get food on the table. 2 mystery items we'll be doing tonight. Also, just real quick, I look like garbage. I'm covered in dog hair, but the only one eating this is me. Okay? Just relax. So we're making focaccia bread. Woohoo! I won't usually make bread. I'm lazy. So this is the laziest bread I could find. Okay, so we're gonna need olive oil. Check. All-purpose flour. Check. Baking powder. Check. Garlic powder, salt. Check. Italian parsley, rosemary, and thyme. That'll be good. Milk. Preheat the oven to 425. In a large bowl, whisk together the flour and baking powder. 2 teaspoons garlic powder. 1 teaspoon of salt. That's half a teaspoon. Gonna be eyeballing it. I'm learning that I eyeball a lot of things by making this video. I only need a tablespoon of herbs. I have nicer cutting boards that don't move on me, so don't be saying in the comments how I need to put a paper towel underneath the cutting board. No, I don't do that. I just have good enough cutting boards. I chose the crappy one. Now here's the thing, when I say I don't make things like this, it's because it's just me. Like if I was going to a party, I would go out of my way and make all this stuff. It just feels like overkill. I like cooking for people. It's like a treat. But if it's just me, I don't care. I do care, but I don't care. I'm hoping that comes off in a positive way. It probably doesn't. Okay, add the water, milk, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This is both water and the milk. We'll make a well. It doesn't say to make a well. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This is what I'm working with. Flour your work surface. Flouring. And then turn out the dough. God, I can't even knead it. It said it should still be slightly sticky and tacky, but holy guacamole. I must have added a little bit too much water and milk. That seemed an appropriate amount of like sticky. Okay, that seems good enough, I think. More flour is needed. Still tacky and sticky, that seems right. Grease my hands with olive oil. Well, it's too late for that. Transfer the dough to the greased baking pan. Use your fingers, press the dough into an even layer, and then use your fingertips to make indentations across the dough. Trying to spread into an even layer. Oh, I see what she's saying now. Okay, please hold. So I am gonna put a little bit on my hands and then, oh yeah, so much easier. You were right, you were right. I don't know why we do this. Is it to hold the olive oil? I don't know. This is probably the ugliest focaccia in the world. But I don't know, it still looks pretty good. Or I'm just excited. I'm gonna drizzle the olive oil. Beautiful. Okay, bake. Bake the focaccia for 16 to 20 minutes until pale golden. 16. You didn't tell me I was a mess. Jeez. But we did it. Ew. She looks pretty good. It smells really good in here. It doesn't look perfect, but it's still bread. It's pretty good. The flavor's good. It's like a little dense, probably because I added a lot of flour in the kneading process. Hold on, we gotta try it with butter. Good. I'm so happy. Okay, this is gonna be my snack. Okay, welcome to my kitchen sink. This is something that I have not done before. I am making a roast chicken. And before anyone says something like I cleaned the sink, yeah, it looks like everything is removed already. If I'm wrong, please let me know. I know nothing of chicken anatomy. I didn't do anything to prep for this. So I've already made like a melted butter mixture. It's got butter, freshly cracked garlic, lemon zest, and some thyme. It says rub the butter mixture under the skin as well as inside the cavity. I don't like doing this. Like, I don't do this on Thanksgiving. You can count me out. I think it's just because it seems so wrong, but I know, like, this is how you get all the flavor in it. Sorry, little dude. I'm so sorry. That sounds disgusting. I feel like my hand's getting coated in butter and not this chicken. Does that look good to everybody? Huh? Yeah. Made a bed of, like, carrots and celery. So I forgot that you have to stuff the chicken with this lemon and then some fresh thyme. So I'm so excited to say that I get to put my hands in the chicken again. The full half of a lemon. So this is what we have. This is our chicken. She looks cute. And then we're gonna bake for an hour. It's already 6:30. I'll be eating at like 8 p.m. Goodbye, Chicken Helen. I'd also like to mention that like I haven't been working today, and so if I were to make this after work, like I would be pooped. I'm already really fatigued in general, and then to work and then have to cook probably would have caved. So I'm happy that I did the roasted chicken tonight, an easier meal tomorrow. I wouldn't do this on a weekday. I would just do this on like a Friday, some day that you have like some time. It's like 8 o'clock at night. So I'm not really having a full meal because I'm like sleepy, but it tastes good. So this morning my stomach has been hurting a lot and I don't really know why. This is my lunch today. It's the chicken from last night, a little bit of bread, and I'm hoping it doesn't make my stomach hurt even more. We'll see. I survived the day. My stomach has hurt all day, but it feels better now. So I think I may have like just a seared steak with some mashed potatoes or something. That sounds easy. This is the most I've cooked dinner for myself in like months. And the amount of dishes I've been doing is insane. Insane. Like, is this what people do every day? This is the steak. Some asparagus as well. That's healthy. This doesn't look like a lot, does it? Should be an easy meal. This is easy to me. You don't need fancy spices for asparagus. You just need salt, pepper, and olive oil, and it turns out great. Mix those together. Salt and water. Seems like enough. Probably rinse these off. Great. And I will say, like the one trick with mashed potatoes, you don't need a ton of cheese, butter, whatever. I mean, it tastes good after the potatoes are kind of boiled down. But if you just take the water from the pot and then that's what you add into the potatoes to thicken it up. And then you don't have to use as many ingredients in your potatoes. I'm just gonna slice them up thin. Put them in like the steak juice or something, make a sauce out of it with like some flour maybe. Oh, I also want to mention my energy levels were pretty stable today, even with my stomach hurting, which is pretty good for me, especially after the afternoon, like after lunch. So I got an hour less sleep than usual. Work sucked. I couldn't eat a full breakfast, so I chugged my juices and ate a banana, but I couldn't eat my casserole for breakfast. I had leftovers for lunch, which helped my energy levels a ton. For dinner, I tried to challenge myself to order something from a restaurant and see if I could make it work. We decided on sushi. We got edamame to start. I got a spicy crunch roll, which said it had crunch crumbles, usually panko, which isn't ultra processed. Turned out to be like deep fried, And I was like, oh, okay, that should be fine. It's not like it's pre-fried and packaged, so it's not ultra processed. But then like later on, I was like, oh, they're probably frying it in canola oil, which is ultra processed. I just didn't make that connection. And then it had like some sauce drizzled on top of it also, which is probably ultra processed as well. But we tried. I still ate the sushi. It was delicious. I did fail, so please drop a comment or smash the like button. Pour one out for the homies there. We keep moving forward.
Money.
I woke up feeling fine. I could tell I had fried food the night before though. I also don't usually crave carbonated drinks, but this week I noticed that's like all I wanted. And technically it's an ultra processed food, which is really frustrating. So I'm craving caffeine, so I went ahead and ordered like a Starbucks drink for myself. All I want is an energy drink. I tried to get like a flat white with no simple syrup, using like whole milk and not almond milk or anything. Usually I get oat milk, but I'm trying to stay like pure to the non-processed whatever. I just can't get any of the syrups that I like, which is okay. It's just different, that's all. Just different choices. Package acquired. Let me see if it tastes good. Perfect. If you had the little cinnamon on top, it's delicious. I'm also picking up vegetables. I'll find them somewhere. I'm assuming this is what I'm getting from my parents' house. They wanted to give us squash from their garden, so we have that now. And then a couple of tomatoes. I usually don't have trouble with caffeine in the afternoon, but you never know. It's the weekend. If I don't sleep well, I'm okay with that. That's just a solid flavor. That's my snack for today, just some coffee. So I don't know, I haven't felt very hungry today, which is great. I feel very stable as far as like mood and blood sugar and like energy goes, but I also feel dead inside. So I wanted the coffee to help out with that. Finally, we made it to the end of the week and we decided on Panda Express as our celebratory ultra-processed meal. It was delicious, but surprisingly, I found myself thinking that it wasn't worth it. Don't get me wrong, I loved every second of it, but my palate had adjusted more than I thought it did over the past couple of days, and I could just tell it wasn't Whole Foods. Now, with that said, it was delicious. We do love a good Panda Express, so I wouldn't take that back for anything. All good, all love. Now, what did I learn? I learned that I could never survive without ultra-processed foods, unfortunately, in America. I grew up eating a sandwich and chips for lunch, McDonald's as a treat. Food is my comfort, but I know it's not healthy for me. I learned that completely cutting off ultra-processed food made me scared of eating food, which is not a healthy relationship by any means. And then I felt like I wasn't eating healthy enough or that I wasn't good enough if I failed. This isn't a healthy mindset, but I'm sure with practice over time, it would get easier. I learned that I love fruits and veggies and I felt good after eating them. Shocker. I learned that I crave certain foods just because I'm hungry, but it's not as rewarding or satisfying when I eat them. I am craving less junk food when I'm eating healthy because you're getting all the nutrients that you need throughout the day. This change was really hard for me. I think trying your best is really the most that you can do in a healthy way. There's always going to be a learning curve when you have a lifestyle change. I really do believe in the 80%, 20% rule. It's like 80% of the time you're eating healthy, whole foods, and then the other 20% is just having what you're craving, the junk food, all the good stuff. Cook some healthy meals and then have ice cream for dessert, or have like pancakes for breakfast and have a roasted chicken for dinner. It's all about balance. This challenge changed the way I look at food. Will it change for you?